What's up guys, this is your boy Christopher Joe, and today we will be talking about the Steam Deck review. Now, I've had my Steam Deck for about 6 months. It's spring, I got my Steam Deck in fall, I had mine on reservation before it even came out for, it felt like forever. I want to say a year, but seeing those videos of the Steam Deck all the time, people getting their hands on it before it even came out, it touched my nerves because it looked so freaking awesome. I mean, all this hype about it. When I first got it, I thought, I don't even know where to begin. I had no idea what Steam was, Steam OS. I just knew that it looked freaking amazing. So when I finally got into it, I had a little bit of pros and cons with it. Like, I love the part that you can emulate on there. I love the fact that you can play AAA games on there. But then one thing a lot of people still don't talk about is the battery life. Now, I'm very familiar with how to work the battery life. I'm familiar with what games to get and what games not to get. But back then, it kind of frustrated me a bit because I had no clue how to get the best battery life out of my Steam Deck. But I say once you actually figure that out, it just brings a whole nother life to the Steam Deck because it just makes it that much more worth it. And 6 months later, I freaking love my Steam Deck. Like, spoiler, there's really nothing I can really bash about the Steam Deck other than, the usual. But to me, I'm more of a glass half full type of person. So there's nothing really bad I can really say about the Steam Deck. I mean, I play my Steam Deck way more than I do my PlayStation 5. I play it basically all the time. It's probably the best game that I probably got for my Steam Deck right now. It's Hogsworth. Now, I love playing Hogsworth on my Steam Deck, but I kind of regretted it a little bit because I see people playing it on their consoles and getting kind of like the best kind of, performance out of it, something way more smooth. I mean, I have to cut my frame rates down. I mean, I like playing it, like the fact that you can play it on the Steam Deck, but I kind of wish I would have got it on my PlayStation 5 as opposed to the Steam Deck. But I still play it, I still get the best I can out of it. It's still a fun game. One thing that I really love about the Steam Deck still is its versatility. Just to be able to connect it to a TV or to a monitor, and just to be able to play it with any kind of controller that I want, any wireless controller, usually connecting my PlayStation 5 controller to it. That just really brings out a whole nother idea of the Steam Deck because I pretty much use it as a console. As opposed to my PlayStation 5, I connect my Steam Deck to the TV, I connect my controller to it, and I just get the gaming on it. Especially when I can play old games. I'm a really big Zelda lover, so I play a lot of Zelda on my Steam Deck. So I'll be able to play Twilight Princess on GameCube. I even threw in some Wii games on there. I don't really mess with the Wii U or the Switch because that consumes so much battery. It's not even worth it. And plus, I have a Switch Lite, so if it's any games that I want on a Switch, I just get it on there and I play it. Unfortunately, there are no games on there that I want to play right now other than Zelda, and I've already beat Breath of the Wild too many times, so I'm waiting for Breath of the Wild 2. I'm not even going to worry about getting that on the Steam Deck because it might blow it up. So I'm going to keep my Switch Lite tucked away for that special rainy day when that comes out, where I get to call off work and play Breath of the Wild until I get more gray hair. Another thing I like about the Steam Deck, now this is just preference, I love to tinker around with the graphics. So I might find myself actually getting a game that I already have on the Steam Deck because I want to see what kind of graphics can I get out of the Steam Deck. I didn't know PC games could really do that. You can change the textures of it, you can change the frame rates, you can up it a bit, you can lower it. I don't know why I like to tinker around with stuff like that. So if I were to ever get Red Dead Redemption, I want to see how good can I really get this thing even on the Steam Deck, because I mean the graphics on there for what it is, for something that small, I mean I see small is because it's not a console, you can get a lot out of it. I don't even worry about, oh my god, it's not 4K. Hey look, it looks amazing to me. So I play a lot of I love to play Portal on here. I pretty much play a lot of emulation. I've been finding myself playing a lot of 3DS games, especially games I've never even played before or even thought of playing. That's why I really love playing the Steam Deck, because the versatility of it, just to go back and play these old games. I mean, the Steam library is just amazing. I have so many games I have not played before, which is crazy. A lot of people talk bad about that because the Steam sales are they're so good. Like, but to me, it's awesome because if it's ever a game I want to go back and play, I'll go back and play. I might not want to play like Dying Light right now or Dying Light 2, but if you throw it in my face for about $10, hey, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna play it later. One thing that I really love about it is, well, it's kind of a hate to love thing as far as the storage. Like, I do find myself running out of storage, but I am planning to upgrade, and I like the fact that I can do that on my own. Some people talk against it. It's really preference. I'm gonna definitely do my research on it, but the fact that I can, and then on top of that still get a 1 terabyte SD card is pretty cool, because for the price that I got my Steam Deck, I'm still getting so much out of it for that price. Yeah, I got the 64 gigabyte version. Right now I have a maybe 250 gigabyte SD card, which works well for now because mostly what I do is emulating, but I do want to get more bigger AAA games where I don't have to go re-download them just to play them. And then I love the fact that they're still, of course, like updating the system, which makes it so much better. Like, now you can change the intro movie to your Steam Deck when it cuts on straight through Steam, so you don't have to go through third parties. Oh, and I also love the fact that there's so many workarounds as far as what you can really do with your Steam Deck. Like, I've seen people play their PS5 through with the PS5 remote, the PS4 remote, playing Xbox games on here through Xbox cloud gaming. Like, it's really endless as far as like what you can really do with your Steam Deck. And as far as like 6 months in, I haven't really even scratched the surface of what I can do. I just found out how to play games through OBS through the Steam Deck. So the fact that you can actually do that through the desktop version is just amazing. And the fact that this has a desktop version, like, there's so many pros that I can say about the Steam Deck and say why it's worth it still 6 months later. And just to see like how they're updating it and seeing that how it's going to be in the future, I can only imagine. And looking at all the verified games that are being verified, partially verified, or playable, even so, there's a lot of games that aren't verified that you can still play. Like, I played the heck out of Resident Evil 3 and it says it's unplayable, but I mean, I played it. I mean, I do my research, I go see someone else play it, and I'm thinking like, hey, I can play that. Or I went and got Batman Arkham Knights, it wasn't verified, it played extremely well. And then also just the portability of just grabbing your Steam Deck just to be playing it everywhere. It's a really great handheld gaming PC, whatever you want to call it, whatever your preference, gaming computer, console, handheld, retro game, it doesn't matter. The fact that you can have it in your hands and play it pretty much anywhere in your house is just freaking amazing. Like, something like this small, even though it's a big console, it's just something this small that you can just do so much with. To me, it's definitely worth it. Like, aesthetically, the hardware on the inside, it plays extremely well when you can get it right. It's definitely worth it. So 6 months later, I mean, I definitely recommend the Steam Deck. I don't see myself putting it down. I play it way more than a PlayStation 5. I feel sad for saying that, but I mean, sometimes it's like I don't really feel like looking up at the TV. I have my TV on the wall, and sometimes I just don't feel like looking up there. I don't feel like putting my glasses on. And then as a dad, my kids are pretty much hogging the TV, or they're actually hogging the PlayStation 5 for the most wrong reasons. I mean, they love to hog it to play Netflix or YouTube, or maybe an occasional game here or there, but as a real gamer, sometimes it hurts. But I'm able to just grab my Steam Deck and just sit on the couch while they do their thing and not worry about fighting over the TV. So the fact that the Steam Deck is just so portable, it's just so versatile, it's just so powerful at the same time, it's still worth it 6 months later. Beyond, yeah, like maybe see me in 5 years, we can still have this conversation and I'll still tell you how dope it is. And another thing before I leave you is the freaking price. Now, this is a rant a little bit. I was gonna make a whole video about this, but I'm just gonna mention it here. I am so tired. I am so tired of people mentioning, oh, this new so-and-so just came out, it's a Steam Deck killer. Oh, is it gonna make the Steam Deck killer obsolete? And then my answer is no, of course not, because first of all, the Steam Deck is just as awesome the way it is. There is nothing wrong with the Steam Deck. Like, you can get, like I said, you can get so much out of it. And then number two, the price. Like, I've got the 64 gigabyte version of mine, and I plan on upgrading it with, and still being able to not pay as much as some of these other consoles or gaming handhelds that they're talking about. Some of these run as much as like $1,600. $400. Who in their right mind? Let me know. Let me know. I mean, if you have it, you got it, that's cool. Average gamer like me, I'm cool on that. I'll look at it from a distance. If it looks good, it looks nice, that's cool. If I have it, I'm still not gonna pay that much money on a handheld. I'm sorry, because I don't even have an Xbox Series X or S yet. So that's probably what I'm gonna be getting next. Not spending that much money on a handheld. It's just out of the question. I don't care how good it looks, because the Steam Deck is so affordable just the way it is. Even the 64 gigabyte version is worth it. And that'll run you about $400. Some of these consoles start at like $700-800. Up to $1,600? No, I'll look at it from a distance. I'll peek at it on YouTube, but that's pretty much about it. Ain't no way you can tell me that's a Steam Deck killer if people aren't buying it. It's too expensive. The price tag is not worth it, no matter how much you hype it up. Nobody's gonna spend that much on a console. Why would you spend that much on a handheld? With that being said, I'm done ranting about that. Hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what you think about the Steam Deck if you have one. How are you feeling about it? Actually, how do you feel about retro gaming at the moment in handhelds? Because to me, it's taking a turn for the better. I want to see one day, hopefully, like the big consoles going back to making a handheld. Yes, I'm talking about PlayStation. Hopefully we see another PSP or another PS Vita in the future. Highly doubt it, but it's nice to think about. With that being said, hope you guys are staying safe, staying positive, and staying woke. On that note, adios, peace.